What up, ladies and gentlemen? Presto Priest here. Today I will be reviewing some Rogue Priest games played together with chess. We went 8 and 3 for the week, but we queued into some lower rated teams. Today I will be looking at Red Resto Shaman, Warrior Druid, and a Rogue Priest Mirror. I hope you enjoy. Alright, this is Red Resto Shaman. Their strategy is to try to kill me, and our strategy is to try to prevent that. And I will try to do that by keeping max range from the shaman and the red, while chess will try to do that by sitting on top of the red and keeping energy and kidney. So you will kidney or gouge on the hammer, repentance, and freedom. We first get a sap on the red, and then I'm gonna try to get a fear on the shaman, and I'm sort of failing here. I already dismounted because usually I get frost shocked. This time I got earth shocked instead, so I could have stayed mounted. But here the shaman is effectively CCing himself. Here there's freedom, so it's time to stop playing aggressive and just kiting until I have the freedom off. Here you can see it takes 3 dispels. Just does a nice blind on the shaman. He's out of line of sight of the red, so it can't get popped, and we get the trinket already. Here I get repentance, so chess is gonna gouge. Unfortunately the red has rupture, so it breaks. Here I get hammered, and there's no reason for me to trinket. There's no attack power trinket used, there's no wings used, and there's no bloodlust used. So I shouldn't trinket, but still I do. Here I get a fear, which is a stupid fear because the red is not in CC. I'm gonna try to pull the red line of sight. He doesn't fall for it. Here I make a positional mistake. The red is gonna try to be one-shotting me, but he can just as easily one-shot chest. So I should be positioned such that I can always heal chest, which means going left here. That way I'm max distance from the shaman, max distance from the red, and I can still heal chest. Instead I'm going for burns on the shaman, and all this while there's no way I can heal chest. Still, the shaman is sort of CCing himself, and by using drowning there's no wind fury. Here the red overplays, he follows me out of line of sight, so he gets kidneyed and he bubbles. I don't get the bubble on the versus spell. I try again, and here you can see that I'm already 50% HP. So I'm not going to be playing aggressive. Instead I'm going to be playing defensive, and I'm just going to try to drink here. Chest here is in way too deep, but fortunately correct. This is much better. Now I can just strafe left a little bit, and then I can already heal and dispel him. Chest knows that I'm drinking, and he gets, well, almost loses half of his HP in 1 second. So he's gonna trinket this hammer, even though I also dispel it. Then chest cheap shots vanish, so I'm gonna push for the fear. I get the fear here, and the red is forced to trinket. Now it's back to running for my life. This is a good moment to fiend because the paladin has already bubbled. Not much for me to do other than run. Chest gets a great kick on the shaman, so I'm coming back out to play aggressive. I do a death, and I see there's more time to play more aggressive, so I do Mind Blast and we get the kill. Alright, so this warrior druid, the plan is to kill the warrior and CC the druid. The warrior gets sapped in battle, so I'm free to push in on the druid without worrying about getting intercepted. The druid jumps down, so here we get a strong opener with Mind Blast, Shadow or Death into Shadow or Pain. Here I see the druid's in my reach, so I jump to him to fear. The warrior doesn't stop me. Here I'm just spam dispelling the warrior. I'm trying to stay near the pillar so we can always go defensive, but chest has a better idea and wants to push for the kill. Chest CCs the druid, meanwhile I'm just pumping the warrior. Warrior is in battle, so I can just face cast him because he has a 2-hander on. I still don't have fear, so I'm telling chest to blind. The druids get an S off, and then he gets blinded. He trinkets into fear. Here I make a mistake. I should be standing on top of the warrior, so he can't intercept me. But fortunately I don't get intercept stunned, and we get enough damage on the warrior. I waste a global on fear actually, that should have been either wand or Holy Nova, but we do get the kill. Alright, so this game is a mirror. We get the perfect opener, sap on the MD, so we get to fully strip the enemy priest. At this point I'm thinking this game is going to be over by the second kidney, Unfortunately, chess gets sapped right before the opener, and now they turn it around on me. Here the enemy priest is standing on top, so I trinket, get a double fear. Priest is trying to burn me, I'm just lining. Priest gets blinded, we get a cheap shot on the rogue, I assist. Then I get too greedy and I fiend, even though the rogue still has trinket, evasion and cloak. Here I dispel the inner focus on the greater heal, which is quite good. I dispel the shield on the rogue, but now I make a misplay. I should just be playing defensive here. I already trinketed, the enemy rogue still has blind, and I'm quite low on mana. I can almost drink here, but for whatever reason I decide to play aggressive and try to push in for the fear on the priest. Instead I get blinded. Fortunately they overlap with the fear, so I get to keep my will at least. Chess doesn't get kidneyed, I get burned, I fear the enemy priest. He sits it, we get a kidney, and here the game is over. I still have Mind Blast Shadow or Death, the rogue doesn't have trinket. Unfortunately he resists my Shadow or Death, so the game takes a little bit longer. Here, it is in the recording, it's super obvious what we should do. The eyes are up, I'm low mana, so chess should be taking the eye, I should be moving to the tomb and drinking, and we can just have a strong reopener and finish the game. Instead, we decide to push in. Well, that's also possible. I still have will, I still have fear ward, but I don't have fear at this moment, so I should be staying outside. I should just be chilling here. I can still cast pain suppression on the kidney, and I should just be waiting until I have my fear of cooldown. Instead, I push in with the fear ward, the priest dispels me, and he just gets a double fear on us. Here, I don't know how, but I managed to fat finger my pain suppression instead of dispel. And then I could have had the double fear, but I don't do it. The enemy priest fiends, but I don't shield chest. Instead, I go into a burn battle with him, which is bad because he had more mana than me to begin with, and he had a fiend active. Now here, I don't know, this is just a reflex. I inner focus fear the priest to avoid the burn, but getting burned there would have actually been good for me. Now we get double feared. And the rogue does the right thing by stopping attacking. He gets a sap on me. They get a dot on chest, so they reopen him. The enemy priest is drinking. He burns me a little bit early, but that's fine. I didn't see we had the blind coming up, or I would have asked for the blind on the rogue, but I didn't really communicate to chess that I was super and that I wouldn't be able to assist here. So unfortunately, we lose the game. Alright, so these were the games for this week. I think I've already improved a tremendous amount, but I'm still planning to improve much more. So to follow that, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to comment and like.